Okay guys, so now we're over here on my phone and I want to show you a couple of different websites where you can find free images. The first one is going to be pexels.com, and I'll probably just go with this to start with so I don't take too much time in this video. But a couple other websites that we use that give you free images are unsplash.com and pixabay.com. You can get there pixabay.com. But let's just go with Pexels right now, and we'll type in the search field. You know, a lot of the big pages, they just put quotes over people. So let's just try to find a man that we can put a quote over. Okay, you'll have to scroll a little bit to find something that you can use. So let's kind of scroll through here and see what we can put a quote over. Probably could do something with that one. What else? Let's see. Okay, let's go with this. So now I'm going to hit the green free download. And it will send me to the part of their site that allows me to download it. On the bottom of my iPhone, the little box with the arrow coming out, I'll hit that and say Save Images. Okay, now I've got the image. So I'm going to go over to my photos, grab the image, and something that I like to do, just because they don't necessarily, any of these websites, the pixabay.com, unsplash.com, pexels.com, they don't necessarily give you the size that you need for Instagram, which is 800 by 800. So I'll take my fingers on the phone and kind of widen this image a little bit to about, I think that looks good. And now what I'm going to do is take a screenshot of my phone. So there's my screenshot. Now I'm going to go back to the image I just took a screenshot of right here and crop it. So let's get the black areas out of it. Come down right here. Okay. That looks good. Now, actually, we may need to come down a little bit more on the top. Done. Okay, that looks good. So now I'm going to go to the app Photo, P-H-O-N-T-O. And this works great on both Apple and Android devices. I'm going to hit the camera right down here in the bottom middle area and photo albums. Tap that. Come over to my photos and grab that last image that I took. Hit done. Now this is the important part. This is where most people get it wrong when it comes to getting the text to pop out, getting their quotes to pop out. So I'm going to hit the bottom left-hand area where you see these three little lines. So I'll tap right there, and then at the very top it says Add Item. I'm going to tap the Add Item button, and then you'll see a square, kind of right below the hearts to the left of the circle. I'm going to tap the square, and then I'm going to touch the square right here and go to Size. And at the very top, scroll all the way over so I'll get the full size of the image. You'll notice it's a little bit a little bit smaller than the actual image, but this is actually 800 by 800, so this is exactly the size that you'll need for posting to Instagram. Now, below the image, not on the image, but below the image, I'm going to tap and it's going to say Add Text. Make certain that you're tapping below the image and not on the image. So now that I tap below the image, I'm going to tap where it says Add Text, and then I'm going to come up with my quote. And something like this, I'll probably go with all caps and just say, dress the way you, hit return, dress the way you want to be addressed, A-D-D-R-E-S-S. And then I'm going to hit center. You'll see align left, and I'm going to go with center. You could go align right. Almost always I go with center. But here's where more of the magic comes in. First, let's make sure I spelled this right. Dress the way want to be addressed. Okay, looks good. I'm going to slide it down here in the bottom, up here to on top of the image. And obviously it's too large, so I'm going to hit size, scroll over, make it a little bit smaller. And then also I'm going to hit style. And on that upper area where it says style, this is where actually all the magic happens. So you'll see on the very top of the screen there's a style and a color. Let's start with the style and come down here to spacing. You'll see shadow, spacing, curving, underline. Let's just go with spacing for right now. And then not the letter spacing, but the line spacing. I want to go ahead and bring the letters closer together. You see how they're kind of getting further apart, closer together. I'll usually bring them to about right there. Let's hit done. Okay, that looks good. Now I'm going to go back to style again, and you'll see stroke. You have text, stroke, background. Let's go with stroke, and then the alpha, this button right here. I want to drag that all the way over to the right, and then the width, what I'm doing is I'm putting a little bit of a black outline. You can see it larger, but I want just a little bit of a black outline to really make this text pop out even more than it already does. Okay, I might make the screen that's over the top of the image a little bit darker. So let's go to color there, and you'll see alpha on the bottom. Let's make it about 60. That's usually pretty dark. Okay, that looks good. Now let's add my logo to this image as well. So if somebody else screenshots it, I'll still be able to get credit and continue to promote wherever they post this image. So we're going to go back again to the three little bars on the bottom left-hand side, tap those, and then instead of hitting add item, we're going to add an image. So we'll add the image, and then I'm going to go to my favorites area where I know my logo is. I'm going to grab my logo. Maybe let's look at my baby boy real quick. I'm going to grab my logo for thesecret2success.com, and I'm going to put that logo down here, but I'm going to make it smaller because the logo really doesn't need to be that large. There's my logo, and then on the bottom right hand side, I'll hit save. Save my photo. Let's go check and see what it looks like. So I'm going to go to my photos area again, and here's where, let's go ahead and just crop it in here so that way we have it perfect and ready to go for Instagram. So we'll make the settings come up a little bit there, and that should do it. Guys, this is a huge mistake that a lot of people make on Instagram. They're not putting time and attention into their photos. It's really important that you use photos that are going to get attention and that are going to pop. Text on or quotes on the images have been shown to get great engagement. And here's maybe a little bit of a growth hack. What I might do is I might take dress the way you want to be addressed. I might Google that and then see what other quotes come up inside of Google, and then put that quote in the caption, the text right below where I post this image. I want to show you one more quick thing that allows you, I call it to repurpose your images. Because once you have several hundred images, or gosh, even over 1,000, hopefully you don't have 1,000, that's a lot of images. Looks like I'm over here on my personal account. Okay, I'm going to grab one of my images on my personal account. So let me just scroll a little bit here. And let's say I want to take, what image do I want? Let's say I want to take this image right here. So I'm going to hit the upper right hand where you see those three little dots. I'm going to tap that, and then I'm going to hit share. Where it says copy link, so I'm going to copy the link, and then I'm going to go to this app called InSave. It's on the bottom left-hand side, INSSAVE. And then I'm going to paste that link inside of this app and hit download Instagram. Super simple. And then I'm going to verify that it went to my photos. Here we go. And there it is. So now I can take this image and go post it back on my Instagram account again. Maybe this is one of the images that I had great engagement from. And so you don't have to continue to remake images all the time. After you have several hundred images on your account, all you really need to do is just kind of repurpose those images, or get rid of the ones that didn't get that great of engagement and post the ones that did get you good engagement.